I want to give you 10 ways to help you face the stress and anxiety that you may be feeling in your life. I don't know about you, but the COVID-19 pandemic, along with everything going on in America and just what's going on in my personal life, has brought some more stress and anxiety than I'm used to feeling. It kind of just feels like a lot this year. So maybe you're feeling a lot of stress and anxiety, and I just want to give you 10 different ways to help you face with that and cope with that. So let's jump right in. Okay, number 1, take care of your body. Get outside and exercise. Go for a walk. Do some jumping jacks in your living room. Do a Zumba class on Zoom. Break open that old Wii. Use your PlayStation. Use YouTube. I don't know. Do whatever you got to just get some exercise in your life. Be active. Eat some healthy meals and really get yourself hydrated. And get sleep. I know that it's so important. There are so many studies that show us that sleep really impacts our brain, our emotions, our body. So I just encourage you, get the rest that you need, get moving, and eat a healthy meal. Prioritize taking care of you and your body. On top of that, I'd encourage you to find a support system. Identify the people in your lives that are your support system. Maybe the support system is not people that you'd call in the middle of a crisis. Maybe you just have some people you can call to talk to. That's okay. Just identify some people in your lives that can support you, maybe on different levels. If you feel like you don't have a support system, I'd encourage you to get creative. Look into different ways that you can meet some people, connect with them, kind of build a support system that can help you and support you. A couple of different ideas would be churches. Maybe they're not meeting in person or you're not comfortable with that, but there are churches that are doing Zoom calls for small groups. Maybe community centers are having some Zoom or social distance activities. Maybe in your community there's a social distance walking club, or maybe take a class. I know there's lots of different places that are offering photography or art. I don't know, do a virtual class and maybe meet some people that way. So I would just encourage you to build a support system or identify some people in your lives that can be a support to you. On top of that, I'd encourage you to process what is going on this year. I know this year can be overwhelming, and I don't even know what's going on in your personal, normal, day-to-day lives. But I would just encourage you to take some time to process. For me, I'm a verbal processor, so I really need to be intentional about taking the time that I need to verbally process what's going on. Maybe it's journaling for you. Maybe it's just sitting and thinking. Whatever you have to do to process this year and what's going on in your life, I encourage you to do that. Pick up a journal, get some cute pens, call your mom, whatever you have to do to process. I would also encourage you to start implementing some coping mechanisms and some calming techniques. These might be simple things like getting a glass of tea when you're feeling very overwhelmed and sitting on your porch, taking three deep breaths, or maybe there's some simple techniques like using your 5 senses to help you calm down. This is a technique that I use when I'm feeling really panicky or facing a lot of anxiety in my life. I use my 5 senses and I look for 5 things that I can see, 4 things that I can touch, 3 things that I can hear, 2 things that I can smell, and 1 thing that I can taste in that moment. So I'll kind of it'll take my attention from what I'm doing or what I'm stressed about to the room around me. It'll help me become more aware of myself and get my mind off, as well as while I'm doing that helps me calm down and take some deep breaths. So I'd encourage you to implement some mechanisms or some techniques like that in your life to help you just deal with that stress or that panic that you might be facing in the moment. And I also encourage you to mix up your environment. Okay, I know maybe studying in coffee shops is a thing of the past. I know a lot of my friends have told me that it can be really depressing with the amount of time that they're spending alone in their dorm rooms this year or working from home. So maybe you're isolated and kind of stuck in one place. That's okay. Let's just switch up the environment a little bit. Order some cute things off Amazon to decorate. Paint a picture. Maybe make some DIY stuff. I know sometimes when I'm doing a lot of work in my living room, it'll become overwhelming. So I'll simply just kind of change environments and go upstairs to my bedroom. Maybe it's rearranging some furniture, doing some organizing, painting, whatever you have to do to kind of switch up that environment can help give us a new perspective, feel rejuvenated, and just kind of have some fun while doing it. It's a fun project to keep our mind busy. So switch up your environment, go for a walk, do whatever you have to do that. then do some activities that bring you joy. Maybe that's painting, maybe that's calling your mom, maybe that's going on a date night with your significant other. Maybe it's that date night could just be in your living room. I don't know, whatever it is, just think to what brings you joy and try to incorporate that into your daily life. Which brings me to my next point, plan. Some days when we're home or with everything going on, it can seem like we're doing the same thing. Wake up, get glued to the news, kind of go about our day, check off our to-do list, go to bed. We're not really having a ton of variety, or maybe it's the exact opposite. You might be an essential worker who's always wearing a mask and going to work and coming home tired. Whatever your life is, I would just encourage you to wake up with a little bit of a plan. That does not mean a 3-mile long to-do list. That means incorporating things into your day, like taking care of your body. Plan to do things that bring you joy. Plan to do some journaling or some processing. So I would encourage you to plan those things into your day. Wake up and make sure that you're planning to take care of yourself today. The next thing is I would encourage you to connect. I know I kind of woven this point into all my other points, but I just want to make it its own special point as well. Connect with people. And that might not mean just a simple phone call. Maybe that's getting a bunch of friends together on Zoom. Maybe that's going for a walk with somebody. Maybe that's making a meal and dropping it off at someone's house. Maybe it's calling someone else and seeing how they're doing, serving other people. Just be intentional about connecting. I know for me, I'm not going to an office like I'm used to going to. I'm really limited in what I'm doing with the church that I was involved in. And even when I do go places, I'm social distance, I'm wearing my mask. It seems like I'm missing a lot of that connection that I used to have. So be intentional. We don't have the connection that we just had built into our day and our routine. So now we need to be more intentional about connecting with people. And finally, give yourself some grace today. Give yourself some grace tomorrow. Give yourself some grace the day after. Just give yourself some grace. These are crazy days that we live in. I'm sure you're sick of hearing that. We have a new normal. I'm sure you're sick of hearing that too. But give yourself some grace. Maybe you're doing school from your house instead of a dorm room. Give yourself some grace. Maybe you're homeschooling your kids and going to work. Give yourself some grace. Whatever you're facing, just give yourself some grace, okay? Maybe you won't get everything checked off your to-do list. Maybe you didn't eat a healthy meal or go for a walk. That's okay. Give yourself some grace. Do the best that you can. Finally, this is not one of my main points, but I really want to say this. If you are feeling the crushing weight of anxiety, stress, or depression, and you need help and you need someone to talk to, please call your doctor. Please reach out. Know that even in these crazy days, there are people that are there for you. In the comment section below, I'll link some different hotlines or websites that you can reach out to if you feel like you need to talk to somebody right away. Make sure that you get the help that you need. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed these 10 points. I hope you can incorporate them into your life and have some good days. Remember, connect with people, take care of yourself, do things that bring you joy. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.